where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. We are recording this show on Tagore's birthday, and the news coming out of his birthplace is pretty grim. Now, I remember reading this poem when I was a kid in school and thinking, nice poem, it's okay, easy to memorize for marks. I didn't care much for it, but one line hit me even when I was a school kid. I remember thinking कि यार ये dead habit वाली बात तो बिल्कुल सही कही है टैगोर ने. To stop thinking, to live by ritual, to do things because everybody else is doing it, to give in to dead habit, to repeat things so often that they stop meaning anything. That's a big failure. हर शाम हिंदू मुस्लिम.
आजादी के बाद से नैरेटिव होता था कि मुसलमान एक मुश्त वोट देके तय करता है कि सरकार किसकी बनेगी. ये नरेंद्र मोदी ने ऐसा हिंदुओं को एक कर दिया कि हिंदू अब बताने लगा है कि कौन सरकार में बैठेगा. गाली दोगे, नहीं बैठाएंगे, जाओ. जय श्री राम नहीं बोलने दोगे, नहीं बैठाएंगे, जाओ. ये हिंदू कर रहा है, नरेंद्र मोदी के राज में कर रहा है.
हर शाम एक ही आदमी की वाहवाही.
आज फिर यह साबित हो चुका है कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी राजनीति के वो धुरंधर बन चुके हैं जिनके सामने कोई नहीं टिक पा रहा.
Dead habit. Years later in college, I read Pash. He's a Punjabi poet who put it far more bluntly in one of my favorite poems of all time. सबसे खतरनाक होता है मुर्दा शांति से भर जाना, ना होना तड़प का, सब सहन कर जाना, घर से निकलना काम पर और काम से लौटकर घर आना. सबसे खतरनाक होता है हमारे सपनों का मर जाना. Different language, same warning. Don't stop thinking. Don't stop imagining something better. Don't reduce your life to a dead habit. Don't become a zinda lash. Then you turn on to the news and everything is a dead habit. मतलब इतना हिस्टोरिक मैंडेट था बंगाल में. पोलस्टर्स वही कर रहे थे फिर भी जो पिछले 10 साल से कर रहे हैं. एनालिसिस वैसा ही जो पिछले 12 साल से हमें मिल रहा है.
आज आपने देखा होगा मेरी वॉक थोड़ी सी अलग है.
वॉक का तो पता नहीं, आपके भाव बड़े अलग नजर आ रहे हैं.
आज मैं बड़े आराम से चलकर स्टूडियो में आया हूँ और आज जिस तरह से पश्चिम बंगाल के चुनावी नतीजे आए हैं उससे ऐसा लगता है कि पश्चिम बंगाल के लोग आज झालमुड़ी दिवस मना रहे हैं.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक बंगाल, बेस्ट ऑफ लक विद योर झालमुड़ी दिवस.
नरेंद्र मोदी ने झालमुड़ी खाते खाते ममता को निपटा दिया भाई. नरेंद्र मोदी के 12 साल के राज में कैसे आज अरब सागर से गंगा सागर तक बीजेपी का ऐसा राज हो गया जिस राज के बारे में एक जमाने में बीजेपी के बड़े नेताओं ने कल्पना तक नहीं की होगी.
कल्पना तो मैंने भी नहीं की थी यार.
अरे क्या हुआ, आप तो बड़ा कह रही थी डिफिकल्ट है संतू पान का जीतना. अब बोलो.
अगर आप जीतते हैं तो आप क्या करना चाहते हैं अपने लोगों?
अगर मगर छोड़ दो, हम जीत रहा है.
लेकिन यहाँ से स्वपन दास गुप्ता जैसे बड़े जर्नलिस्ट लड़े थे, वो नहीं जीते. अभी मुश्किल नहीं है ये सीट. शॉन्टू पान did win with a margin of 30,000 votes.
की पान बोलते थे.
कौन पान नहीं, कौन पांडे. क्या यार पांडे जी, शॉन्टू पान रसगुल्ला खाबे, अर्नब के साथ उछलते कूदते, अमित शाह की वाहवाही करते करते इलेक्शन जीत गया. 30,000 मार्जिन से इलेक्शन जीत गया. तुम लोग को 30,000 लाइक नहीं मिलते हैं तुम्हारे वीडियो पे, 30,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स नहीं आते तुम्हारे पास. सीरियसली यार ऑल्टर ईगो पांडे. शॉन्टू पान को 30,000 वोटों की मार्जिन से विक्ट्री मिल गई और हमको 30,000 लाइक्स नहीं देते हमारे व्यूअर्स. तुम सब जो हमें देख रहे हो, 30,000 लाइक्स तो कर दो इस वीडियो पे. 30,000 सब्सक्रिप्शंस तो दे दो हमें. At least 500,000 views we get on an average TV nuisance episode. If all of you, if even just 30,000 of you subscribe to News Laundry, imagine where we would have been. Not in BJP's Godi, but we would have done some amazing election reporting maybe 6 months in advance from West Bengal. We would have been able to send more reporters on the ground. We would have been able to do so much more with just 30,000 subscribers. So what are you waiting for? Scan this QR code in front of you and just subscribe to News Laundry. तुम्हें शॉन्टू पान का वास्ता, Now, predictably, there was a lot of joy and jubilation among BJP workers in West Bengal who defeated TMC with a remarkable 207 seats. ये वाले कार्यकर्ताओं की नहीं, टीवी न्यूज वाले कार्यकर्ताओं की बात कर रही हूँ।
बंगाल में आज कमल ने कमाल कर दिखाया।
It is in Bengal that the BJP has scored a polity resetting triumph. After Anga and Kalinga, Banga has fallen under sway.
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी की प्रचंड सुनामी के सामने टीएमसी के बंगाल का किला ढह गया है और अब बंगाल में जोरदार भगवा लहर चल रही है। 2026 के 5 राज्यों के चुनावी नतीजे बता रहे हैं कि राजनीति के मैदान के धुरंधर नरेंद्र मोदी हैं, जिनकी अगुवाई में बंगाल की ऐतिहासिक जीत के साथ गंगोत्री से गंगा सागर तक कमल ही कमल खिला।
सबकी मौज ही चल रही है। प्लीज बी अश्योर्ड, आने वाले 5 सालों में बंगाल में सब चंगा सी ही होगा। खुशियों की लहर होगी, प्रेस फ्रीडम होगी, टेलीग्राफ अब टीएमसी पे हेडलाइंस बनाएगा, हिंदू सब खतरे से बाहर आ जाएंगे, बिकॉज फाइनली हिंदू राष्ट्र हैज अराइव्ड फ्रॉम गुजरात to West Bengal.
Shrinking footprint is now concentrated heavily in minority-dominated pockets. And now, not just the BJP, others are also calling it the Indian Muslim League.
Now look, one thing is clear with this result. The people of Bengal were fed up with status quo and many aspects of governance that they were witness to in the past 15 years. Some of that was in full display this week. TMC elements out on a rampage, Gunda elements throwing off bombs, murders reported in heartland, in main cities. The frustration against TMC governance though, that's not new. That's something that's been brewing since 2019 when people first chose BJP as an alternative in the state in the Lok Sabha elections. Then came 2021 when TMC won. But just because they won back then, doesn't mean that all was quite well or that people were happy with TMC. Our own reporting from 2021 showed us that cut money, tolabazi, was a huge concern for people. Mamta's schemes were hugely popular, but in 2021, people told us that Mamta is fine, but her workers are just not good.
दीदी का तो काम ठीक है, लेकिन यहाँ का लोकेलिटी जो नेता लोग हैं, वो लोग पूरा मार के खा जाते हैं।
आप वैसे क्या काम करते हैं, मैं पूछ सकती हूँ?
व्यवसाय करता हूँ, बिजनेस
करते हैं। तो बिजनेस करने में क्या क्या कठिनाइयाँ आती हैं यहाँ पे?
बहुत तकलीफ है।
क्या?
हम लोग ये जो सरकार आया 10 साल हुआ, 10 साल का पहले जो हम लोग बिजनेस करता था, पुलिस को 20-30 रुपए देने से वो खुश रहता था। अभी 500,000 का नोट देना पड़े
पुलिस को।
हाँ, यही व्यापार है। माने कुछ उन्नति हो रहा है तो क्या इधर से नहीं उधर से मार के लेते हैं।
जो आपका उन्नति होता है वही आपको घूस खिलाने में, ब्राइब देने में।
हाँ, ब्राइब देने में निकल जाते हैं।
Back in 2021, people also told us that to access many schemes, they had to pay bribes to TMC councillors. TMC realized that this was a problem and even removed some of these councillors who faced corruption charges. In the 2021 election, IPAC, then led by Prashant Kishore, had advised TMC to start something called Didi Ke Bolo. So people could complain directly to Didi about her party men. Maybe that made people feel like they have a little say in governance and that TMC will fix its act. 2026 में खैर आईपैक का क्या हुआ वो तो आप जानते ही हो। उनके ऊपर खुद मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग चार्जेस लगे हैं, उनके डायरेक्टर जेल में थे। ईडी वेरी कन्वीनियंटली फाउंड घोटाला right before elections and right after elections आईपैक डायरेक्टर got bail. Anyway, just because TMC won back in 2021 and then it won in Lok Sabha 2024, it didn't mean that all was going to be smooth for Didi. Then came the 2026 assembly election where our team's attention this time moved from corruption, incompetence to something else. हाँ, इस बार भी यंग लोग थे जिन्होंने हमें बोला कि वो बहुत तंग हैं, जॉब्स नहीं है स्टेट में।
जो पहला मुझे लगता है वो है जॉब पाना यहाँ पे, क्योंकि अभी सरकारी नौकरी के लिए आप एग्जाम दो, उसके बाद भी जो रिजल्ट आता है वो बहुत ज्यादा डिपेंड करता है कि सिलेक्शन होगा या नहीं होगा।
बंगाल में अगर कोई यंग इंसान काम करना चाहता है तो ऑप्शंस नहीं है, सबको बाहर जाना पड़ता है।
For me, it's probably jobs because like for a lot of us, like The thing is, like, I have a lot of my friends who are leaving.
फ्रीडम नहीं है.
मैं कुछ ओपिनियन शेयर करूंगी, मेरे ऊपर कुछ ऐसा हावी हो सकता है, ऐसा तो फ्रीडम तो नहीं है.
स्कूल्स की हालत खराब है.
हमारा स्कूल का टीचर्स बहुत ही इरेस्पॉन्सिबल है.
All this was said, but our attention was on one thing and one thing alone. The SIR. 27 lakh people were not allowed to vote in this election. For months before elections, people were running from pillar to post trying to prove that they belong to Bengal and they have the legal right to vote. People were desperately showing us their papers, going to tribunals, trying to make it in time into the voting list before the state went to polls. This election just didn't feel normal. And not enough people cared. Even the Supreme Court said कोई बात नहीं, अगली बार वोट कर देना जिनका नाम कट गया है. TMC predictably has blamed its entire defeat on SIR. Meanwhile, unofficial BJP spokespersons have completely exonerated SIR. SIR ने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं. क्या प्रॉब्लम थी SIR में? अच्छा हो गया.
सबसे ज्यादा वोट कटे हैं SIR में. उनमें से 13 सीटें TMC जीती है, 6 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीती है और 1 सीट कांग्रेस पार्टी जीती है.
आपको लग रहा है कि ये SIR की वजह से हुआ है? इट वाज अ वेव. राम के नाम की वेव थी, हिंदुत्व की वेव थी.
TMC is at 2.6 crore. That's a decisive lead of over 32 lakh votes. The total controversial SIR deletions are roughly 27 lakh. But even if, and that's a big if, one assumes that every single of those deleted 27 lakh votes went to the BJP, the party still retains a lead of over 5 lakh votes. So the argument that SIR delivered this victory doesn't hold up to basic arithmetic.
बेसिक अरिथमेटिक तो छोड़ दो, आपकी बस की है नहीं. थोड़ी बेसिक सेंस की बात कर लेते हैं. डिलीटेड वोटर्स are deleted voters. They can't go anywhere. Plus, I think you meant that even if all 27 lakh people voted for TMC, they still wouldn't have won. यार, मैथ्स ऐसे नहीं करते. हम बताते हैं थोड़ी देर में, पर पहले रूबिका आपा की सुन लेते हैं.
केरल में कितने वोट कटे और कितने अंतर से कांग्रेस जीती है?
पहले तो यार, केरल में चाहे SIR से सारे कांग्रेस और लेफ्ट के वोट भी कट जाते, तब भी बीजेपी नहीं जीतती. अब भी थोड़ा टाइम है उसके लिए for BJP to land in Kerala. But that's not the point. It's not the point to discuss how SIR impacted and which party it benefited. The point is that we know legitimate people were denied to vote this election. Now the big question, did SIR really impact the election results? At News Laundry, we did some basic arithmetic and here's what we found out. SIR saw more than 66 lakh non-death deletions. मतलब total deletion figure से अगर आप deaths हटा दो तो you get the figure of 66 lakh people removed from the voter rolls. That's like the population of Singapore. Now, we ran 4 tests to understand the impact of these deleted voters. First test, were deletions larger than BJP's victory margin? In 82 seats that BJP won, the deletions were more than the winning margin. जैसे कि हम देखते हैं सतगाछिया की सीट का हाल. BJP won by just 401 votes, while deletions crossed 17,000. That means deletions were 44 times higher than the winning margin. एक और सीट की बात करते हैं. यहाँ पे विनिंग मार्जिन बीजेपी का था करीब 5,000 का. डिलीशंस हुए 60,000 तक के, 10 times higher. Sounds explosive, right? Perfect material for dramatic YouTube thumbnail, conspiracy threads, democracy खतरे में है, बचाओ. Then we did a second test. This was a stricter, more meaningful test. Instead of comparing deletions to final margins, we compared them to the total electoral swing from 2021 to 2026. Let's first understand what an electoral swing means. Imagine TMC won a seat by 5,000 votes in 2021. Then in 2026, this seat flipped to the BJP. Now BJP wins the same seat with 11,000 votes. So the seat hasn't just shifted by 11,000 votes. It has traveled about 16,000 votes overall. That full movement is called an electoral swing. Why does this matter? Because you're not just comparing deletions to the final winning margin, because that can be a little misleading. A party might win narrowly for many reasons: anger against the government, better campaigning, polarization, candidate selection, turnout changes. But if we compare deletions to the entire shift in voter behavior, that's a much tougher test. Basically, what we're trying to see is if deletions were large enough to account for the actual political change in the seat. And once we use that stricter test, the number of seats where deletions were more than the full electoral swing came to 12 seats. ये अब एक एग्जाम्पल से समझते हैं. Let's look at what's happened at Pandaveshwar. TMC won this seat by 3,800 votes in 2021. BJP won the same seat in 2026 by 1,300 votes. So the full electoral swing is 5,201 votes. The seat witnessed 26,000 deletions, 5 times the entire swing. Now another more stricter test number 3. आप ये बोल सकते हैं कि भाई डेट डिलीशंस में तो शिफ्टेड लोग भी इंक्लूडेड हैं, तो सही है. व्हाई आर वी काउंटिंग देम? जो लोग शिफ्ट हो गए हैं, व्हाई वुड यू इंक्लूड दैट इन दिस डेटा एक्सरसाइज? सो देन लेट्स जस्ट टेक द फिगर ऑफ दोज हु आर अंडर एजुकेशन. दैट मीन्स 27 lakh voters who went to court. Now we compare margins with these 27 lakh deletions. Then we see that there are about 49 seats where the margins were more than the voters deleted under logical discrepancy only. BJP won 26 of these seats, TMC retained 21 of these seats, Congress won 2. So मान लेते हैं, जैसे कि नविका कह रही थी, कि सारे जो अंडर एजुकेशन वोटर्स हैं वो सारे टीएमसी के वोटर्स थे. तो फिर टीएमसी ये तो बोल सकती है कि बीजेपी का काउंट एटलीस्ट 181 हो सकता था, 200 पार नहीं होता. Still doesn't explain the full victory. Look, we can't say anything conclusively about how SIR impacted the electoral rolls because we don't have much of the data. Election Commission hasn't even told us कि जो extra additions हुए थे वो कहाँ से आए थे. Deletions की बात तो आप छोड़ ही दो. Election Commission ने हमें ये नहीं बताया कि जो लोग डिलीट हुए थे कौन से बूथ से हुए थे, क्यों हुए थे, किसके वोटर्स थे वो लोग, ये भी हमें उतनी क्लैरिटी नहीं है. सो सिर्फ डेटा करना, सिर्फ मैथ्स करने से हमको ये नहीं पता चलेगा कि क्या SIR की वजह से ही TMC हारी. Also, it's important to know that you cannot reduce a massive political shift like what we saw in West Bengal and blame it entirely on voter deletions. If you're doing that, then you're doing the same thing TV News does every night, turning a very complicated political story in a single convenient narrative. But if you're justifying SIR and saying कि भाई this was a very usual election, then you're justifying the death of fair play in a democracy. चाहे आप कितना भी मैथमेटिक्स कर लो, कितना भी अरिथमेटिक्स कर लो, एक चीज चेंज नहीं होगी. 27 lakh people lost their legal right to vote while appeals were still pending. The elections went on when the appeals were still pending. In a democracy, that matters. It matters how one corrupt force was defeated by another brute force by using central agencies, using poisonous rhetoric. You can say कि यार ये तो बंगाल की प्रथा है, लेफ्ट भी ऐसे जीतता था, टीएमसी भी ऐसे जीतती थी, पर बीजेपी तो प्रथा चेंज करने आई थी. At least that's what BJP supporters tell us. This election we saw a blatantly partisan election commission. चाहे moral conduct की बात हो या SIR की बात हो, कोई accountability, transparency नहीं थी. We saw ED, IT, CBI going after the opposition without fail, like in every election, in this election too. Then there is the broad question of money in every election. The BJP gets 6 times more money than the opposition party. 6 times more money. And this is only declared money. आप लोग चाणक्य नीति करते रह जाइए, बट मैं भी चाणक्य बन सकती हूँ अगर मेरे पास इतना पैसा हो तो. I mean, anyone can be Chanakya, yaar, if they have this amount of money. If they have this amount of near total control over the media. थ्रू टेलीग्राफ इतनी जल्दी पलटी? और कुछ तो नहीं पता, but it'll be very interesting to see how TT will continue to pun. Will they keep making fun of BJP? Or they're going to find new different puns for the opposition this time? Because it was very convenient to take on the BJP when BJP was in the center and Bengal was with TMC. Ab BJP is in power in center and state. तो क्या होगा? Everything that goes wrong will be blamed on those in power or those out of power, like we see in other double engine states.
लेवल सबके निकलेंगे.
Blaming the opposition for the past 12 years, even though BJP is in control in many states and at the center. That's the dead habit of mainstream Indian news today. जिसकी लाठी उसकी भैंस, जिसका ad money उसी का narrative. At NL, we've tried to break out of this habit. We've tried to say no to ads, no to government ads. We have people who'll take care of us. I'm not saying we're perfect, and I'm not saying we don't make mistakes, but we try to not let the clear stream of reason lose its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. If you like what we do, if you value Tagore's words, then do consider subscribing to News Laundry. There's a QR code flashing on your screen right now. You can choose any amount that's convenient to you. It's important now more than ever to stand up with people who will speak without fear or without favor. As I said before, it's not like we're perfect. It's not like we don't make mistakes. But when we do make mistakes, we admit them clearly and openly. More importantly, our allegiance is only to public interest news. Everything that we do here is just for the sake of the public. We try and serve the public with public money because there's no government money helping us. There's no corporate money helping us. We've said bye to that because we know you guys will catch us. So subscribe to News Laundry. I'll see you next week. Until then, stay mad. That's the only way.